Narendra Modi, these are live pictures that we are getting to you from the collector's office. The Gujarat Chief Minister Narendra Modi there on your television screen in front of the district collector. He is filing his papers, his eyes set on a fourth term in Gujarat. PT, the bigger question is, his eyes are on the fourth term in Gujarat. All opinion polls say the result is a foregone conclusion. It's the center that's the big question here.
And Gaurav, what will govern his chances at the center is how much of a margin can Narendra Modi win from? Because if he comes in with a thumping majority, then the pace to, the road to Delhi is well paved. But if not, then that's where the problem comes in, because that is when it becomes that Narendra Modi might not be able to get out of Gujarat, will be the Chief Minister of Gujarat, but never the Prime Minister. What, the people we are talking to, the cadre of the BJP we are talking to, the political analysts we are talking to, people who've tracked his career trajectory, all point to one situation, Gaurav, at this point of time, is that Narendra Modi is a man on a mission. He wants to win Gujarat with a thumping majority because he has his eyes clearly set at the center. And that is why in the last 1 week, the political developments that we have seen, they have panned out in that fashion, which will make sure, or at least the BJP, war room at the planning committee here will make sure that BJP wins with a huge, huge margin. Of course, he knows it's not going to be a cakewalk, and that's the reason why the massive political developments that we've seen in the last 3 days in the state of Gujarat where BJP is concerned.
Okay, senior journalist Sanjeev Srivastav also joins me on the show now. Sanjeev Srivastav, these are two pictures. Shweta Bhatt came, there were not many people with her, it was more mute. Of course, she was flanked by her husband, and that's kicked up a controversy. And here you see Narendra Modi as he walks in to file his papers.
It's a battle between David and Goliath, and really my heart goes out in a manner of speaking for Shweta Bhatt. But it's a bad decision. It's
Okay,
not a good
let's for a
strategic
moment
move.
listen in. Sanjeev, so sorry to interrupt you. We actually wanted to listen into what to Narendra Modi for a moment, where he was to make a statement or read out a statement, but he's just filed his papers. Sanjeev, go on. It is an unequal fight there.
It is not only unequal, it also lacks any kind of strategy. Okay, they could have put up any nobody in opposite Narendra Modi. But there was a certain amount of credibility, whether you doubted him or not, but there was a certain amount of credibility, and Sanjeev Bhatt had raised certain issues. Now, apart from the fact that Shweta Bhatt is going to lose quite easily against Narendra Modi, the entire bottom out of that campaign, which was spearheaded by Sanjeev Bhatt and many others like him, the bottom goes out of that, which is what makes it unfortunate, because till now he was being projected as a man with a conscience, as a police officer with some dignity, who spoke for the truth regardless of the consequences he would face, and was willing to take on the might of a mighty person like Narendra Modi in Gujarat.
Yes.
Suddenly all of that has gone for a six. So
yes.
Anytime anybody raises the issue of Sanjeev Bhatt and what he has done and what people like him have done in their campaign, suddenly they are painted in the Congress tricolor, and you are boxed into a corner. So what are you gaining is the question. I'm sure they must have thought a lot about it, the Congress party, and this is perhaps the best that they could come up with. But my take on this is that this is really some poor thinking.
Some within the Congress party are seeing this as a master stroke. Getting a member of the middle class, someone with a conscience, to contest against Narendra Modi.
Well, good luck to them. Of course there is a point, and for every issue there will be two opinions, and that's the beauty of living in a democracy. But having seen a bit of politics and covered several elections over the last 3 decades, and the whole issue that there was so much of credibility attached to Sanjeev Bhatt for all those who did not believe in Narendra Modi's style of politics or brand of governance. He was some kind of Goliath taking on the David taking on the might of Goliath. But suddenly, now it has completely become a political issue. So there is Saffron, Narendra Modi, and there is the Congress color, Sanjeev Bhatt and his wife. You cannot in India separate the wife and the husband in terms of politics, especially when Sanjeev Bhatt was there. In any case, that's all tokenism. So I think there is much more to lose in terms of perception battle and very little to gain, because I don't think anybody would be giving Shweta Bhatt a chance against Narendra Modi. So
Yes.
well, different takes. This is mine.
Is the Congress floundering, whether it's, the gaffes one after the other in their ad campaign, or, getting Shweta Bhatt to contest against Narendra Modi? Is there lack of planning, or is this, improper execution? What seems to be going wrong?
I think these are few bad moves. I don't think the Congress is really lacking in planning in terms of Gujarat. Overall, they have had a quiet, beneath the ground kind of grassroots campaign, which they haven't done for a long time in Gujarat. Now, whether that pays any electoral dividend to the magnitude that they are expecting, I really doubt that. But the Congress really tried to work this time around. They tried to puncture holes in the development story of Narendra Modi. They tried to raise issues of malnutrition and what the equivalent of Gujarat shining or India shining. They did try to puncture holes in that and did try to project itself as a party of the Aam Aadmi, the dispossessed, the less privileged, the not so fortunate, and that was working somewhat in some areas. Not to what degree, whether that would have resulted in some kind of a surprise election result, I really doubt that. But the Congress really had its act together much better in comparison when you see the last couple of elections. But in the end, I don't pay much attention to the faux pas in the ad campaigns. Say, okay, so that's a mistake. People are going to forget it in a day or two.
Okay, stay on with me, Sanjeev.
It is a lightweight. Sorry.
Yes, stay on with me, Sanjeev. Let's for a moment dip in and soak in the sights and sounds from the collector's office in Maninagar, Ahmedabad. Headlines today is Preeti Chaudhary is with me from the collector's office at Maninagar. Preeti, describe to us what is happening at Maninagar at the collector's office. Okay, we'll get to Preeti Chaudhary in just about a moment. Look at the difference. We'll put up two pictures for you in a short while from now, when Shweta Bhatt came and when Narendra Modi came to file his nomination from the Maninagar Assembly constituency in Gujarat. Sanjeev Srivastav, senior journalist, still with me. Sanjeev, the one issue where Narendra Modi is being cornered now is, while he talked about Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, not a single ticket given to a member of the minority community. You were there during the Sadbhavna, and it's now being said that Sadbhavna was all a facade.
See, Sadbhavna mission really didn't work the manner in which Narendra Modi wanted to work for himself. So he couldn't kind of make that image makeover which he perhaps wanted to do. One is not even very sure whether he really wanted to go in for a image changeover, because he didn't really try very much on that score. So you saw a large number of skull caps in his meetings there in the Sadbhavna Mission complex in Ahmedabad, but his refusal to wear a skull cap, etc., was given more prominence in the media than his reaching out efforts to the Muslims of the state. But I think something when Modi has realized that it really, why change a successful formula? Why move from a track which has given him a victory each time he has contested in the past? Why be a Mahendra Singh Dhoni and going for a spinning track when the track is yielding better results? So I think he has preferred status quo. because I think that's a much bigger, larger constituency for him. And again, one knows Modi wants to project himself as a decisive man who really doesn't believe in tokens. So either he reaches out big with a ticket here or a couple of tickets to minorities.
Yep.
Really wouldn't have, to be very honest, Gaurav, do you really think that it would have made much of an impact, or the position as it is with no ticket to Muslims becomes a better talking point from Modi's perspective, whether we like it or not?